In a quiet but symbolic move, Albin Kurti, the firebrand politician once jailed for defying international authorities, has formally stepped down as Kosovo's prime minister.
So they are going to negotiate about territorial and administrative.
But this isn't the end of his political road. It's a procedural step, one that opens a new chapter in Kosovo's political landscape, and in the legacy of one of its most controversial leaders. Kurti's story begins not in government halls, but in the streets of Pristina. In the early 2000s, the former political prisoner led the Vetevendosje movement, self-determination, against international negotiations over Kosovo's future with Serbia. He organized town halls, distributed flyers, and staged satirical protests against the United Nations mission, demanding a right for Kosovo to vote on its own independence.
And by behaving good with Serbia, Serbia is getting worse.
His message was clear: no negotiations, self-determination. Thousands followed him. Many were arrested. Kurti became a symbol of defiance, a man unwilling to compromise on the question of Kosovo's statehood. In 2010, Kurti's movement entered parliament. But even within the system, he remained a disruptor. When Kurti opposed EU-brokered deals with Serbia, he let off tear gas inside the parliament, not once, but multiple times, turning legislative sessions into scenes of chaos. He was arrested, pepper-sprayed, and pulled from the streets. Yet each confrontation seemed to boost his appeal, especially among young Kosovars frustrated with corruption, stagnation, and foreign interference. In 2019, Kurti finally became prime minister, a nationalist, left-leaning leader promising reform and no compromise with Serbia. But his first term lasted just 50 days, collapsing over disputes on COVID emergency powers. In 2021, Kurti staged a stunning comeback. His party won in a landslide, riding on pledges to fight corruption and reassert Kosovo's sovereignty. He faced immense challenges: tense relations with Serbia, ethnic violence in the north, and diplomatic pressure from the EU and NATO. His refusal to compromise sparked clashes, including with Serbian protesters and even NATO peacekeepers.
And we should not exclude this aggressive policies of Belgrade to turn also into assault against Kosovo in one way or the other.
Kurti also pursued Kosovo's long journey toward European Union membership. He met with EU leaders, signed application papers, and pushed for normalization talks, all while battling criticism at home and abroad. In Parliament, the atmosphere remained tense. In 2023, a brawl broke out when opposition MPs hurled objects and sprayed water at him, accusing Kurti of authoritarianism. Now, in 2025, Kurti has formally stepped down as Prime Minister, but not because he's been ousted. It's a procedural move required for institutional or electoral restructuring, possibly ahead of new coalition talks or a planned vote. Kurti remains a central political figure and is likely to seek re-election. His resignation is not an end, but a legal necessity in Kosovo's young and evolving democratic system. Still, the move has reignited questions. Can Kurti continue balancing activism with governance? Is Kosovo moving closer to European integration, or heading into more political turbulence? From the protest lines of Pristina to the diplomatic halls of Brussels, Albin Kurti's journey mirrors the turbulent path of Kosovo itself, a nation still wrestling with its past, its identity, and its future. Whether leading from the front or fighting from the sidelines, Kurti has shaped the political discourse of a generation. His resignation is just one more act in a political career that's far from over.
Qetësi, ju lutem.
është bërë në kuvendin e Republikës, e që ka qenë kriminal e ne nuk e kemi kundërshtuar edhe denoncuar.
Nalu bre, nalu. Ju lutem, policia brenda kuvendit.
Fotografi nga vendi i ngjarjes në fshatin Banjës të Zveçanit, ku do të mund të shihni se nuk bëhet fjalë as për civil të armatosur, po e sulmojnë policinë tonë, edhe pasi që kanë vrarë.
And as Kosovo prepares for what comes next, one thing is certain: Kurti's name will not fade from its headlines anytime soon.
Ulu o kamera.